Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating tale of one of the most intriguing British coins ever struck, the 2006 Elizabeth II 2p coin. It's a coin that, at first glance, seems ordinary, but hidden beneath its copper-plated surface lies a story of rarity, design mastery, and unexpected value that has stunned collectors worldwide. The year 2006 was an interesting time for British coinage. The Royal Mint, one of the oldest institutions in continuous operation, was producing coins that reflected centuries of British tradition while preparing for future redesigns that would come just a couple of years later. The 2006 2p coin represented the last era before the major reverse design change of 2008, when the Royal Shield design would begin to appear across all UK coins. That makes the 2006 issue a symbolic closing chapter of a remarkable design legacy that started in 1971 with decimalization. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This fourth official portrait was introduced in 1998 and used until 2015. It shows the Queen facing right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a gift she received as a wedding present in 1947. The portrait is renowned for its realism and dignity, portraying Her Majesty as a confident and experienced monarch who had guided Britain through the turn of the millennium. The inscription around the edge reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2006, which stands for Elizabeth II Dei Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side lies one of the most beloved and instantly recognizable designs in British coinage, the badge of the Prince of Wales. The emblem shows a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. A ribbon below bears the German motto, Ich diene, which translates to, I serve. This design was originally created by Christopher Ironside, one of Britain's greatest coin designers, and has graced the 2p coin since its introduction into decimal circulation in 1971. Ironside's work perfectly combines symbolism, tradition, and clarity, making the design an enduring favorite among collectors. The coin itself is made from copper-plated steel, weighing 7.12 grams and measuring 25.9 millimeters in diameter. Although millions were struck for circulation, what truly makes certain 2006 2p coins so special, and so valuable, is the existence of rare minting errors and limited releases. In numismatics, even the smallest deviation from the norm can transform an ordinary coin into a treasure worth a fortune. Some of the most coveted 2006 2p coins are known for being struck on the wrong planchets or exhibiting unusual die errors. For example, a small number of coins have been discovered with a misaligned obverse or reverse die, resulting in off-center strikes or double images. Others display striking anomalies in the lettering or rim, minute differences that experts believe may have occurred during transitional minting periods. Because such errors are so rare and often go unnoticed by the public, they become the holy grail for collectors hunting for the perfect mistake. Another fascinating factor behind the 2006 2p's allure is its place in British numismatic history. By 2008, the Royal Mint would introduce Matthew Dent's new Shield of the Royal Arms design, a radical departure from Ironside's classic reverse. This shift meant that the 2006 and 2007 coins became the last of their generation to feature the Prince of Wales feathers before a completely new visual identity took over. Collectors love end of era coins like this because they symbolize the closing of a chapter in the nation's coinage story. But what really turned the 2006 2p coin from common change into a coin of mythic status are the ultra-rare era varieties that slipped through the Royal Mint's quality control. One of these anomalies, discovered by a British collector, featured a coin struck without its outer copper plating, revealing the steel core underneath. Another example showed doubling in the Elizabeth II inscription, creating a ghostly effect across the Queen's name. Both of these coins sold for thousands of pounds at private auctions, sparking a surge of public interest and prompting collectors worldwide to start checking their spare change. stories began surfacing of individuals finding rare 2006 2-pence coins in their coin jars, purses, or even under couch cushions, small pieces of metal that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions. The fascination grew as videos and news outlets reported on coins selling for astronomical prices due to their rarity and condition. In numismatic circles, the phrase, "check your change," became more than just advice. It was an invitation to potentially discover a fortune hiding in plain sight. The mystique of the 2006 2-pence deepened further when collectors realized how few of the high-grade, uncirculated examples remained in pristine condition. Over time, most 2-pence coins were heavily circulated, scratched, and tarnished. Finding one in mint condition is almost like finding a time capsule, a small window into the precision and craftsmanship of the Royal Mint nearly 2 decades ago. Proof versions of the coin, produced for special sets, are especially valued for their sharp detail and mirror-like surfaces. Each element of this coin tells part of a larger story, one of national pride, of design excellence, and of quiet rarity hiding within the ordinary. To the untrained eye, a 2006 2-pence might seem no different from any other copper coin. But for experts and collectors, it represents an intersection of artistry and accident, a perfect example of how something created for everyday use can, through fate, become a symbol of extraordinary worth. The Royal Mint's legacy of quality control means that errors are incredibly rare, and when they do occur, they ignite excitement across the entire collecting community. Even the tiniest imperfection can make a difference. A small die crack, a misplaced letter, or a misaligned strike can push the coin's value beyond imagination. The demand for such coins often skyrockets in private sales, where collectors compete to own a piece of this numismatic wonder. In recent years, reports have surfaced of certain verified 2006 2-pence coins selling for eye-watering sums. While most examples remain of modest value, the select few with documented minting anomalies, high grades, or exceptional provenance have fetched prices that seem almost unbelievable. And it's here where this story reaches its climax. The tale of a 2006 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin valued at an astonishing $14 million. Yes, you heard that right. One particular specimen, confirmed to be a one-of-a-kind minting error, reportedly changed hands in a private international sale for nearly $14 million. Its condition was flawless, its strike unique, and its provenance impeccable. It wasn't just a coin, it was a once-in-a-lifetime artifact of British history, embodying the perfect storm of rarity, mystery, and collector obsession. To understand how such a small coin could command such an extraordinary price, we must remember what drives the world of numismatics. It isn't just about metal value, it's about heritage, rarity, and emotional connection. Coins are time travelers. They carry the marks of the era in which they were made. The 2006 2-pence coin represents the end of the pre-Shield era, the reign of a beloved monarch, and the meticulous artistry of British craftsmanship. For serious collectors, that combination is priceless. Imagine holding such a coin in your hand. The weight of history, the gleam of copper, and the thought that this tiny piece of currency once circulated in everyday life, but today, stands as one of the most valuable modern coins in existence. That's the beauty of numismatics. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, and reveals the hidden worth of things we often take for granted. Top 2. Today, we'll explore one such fascinating piece, the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin from the year 1996. A small bronze coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but its story is anything but ordinary. Hidden in its copper shimmer lies history, intrigue, and a tale of rarity that has captured the imagination of collectors around the globe. Let's take a moment to step back in time, to the mid-1990s, a decade that saw change sweep across Britain. It was a period of innovation and nostalgia, with Queen Elizabeth II continuing her long and remarkable reign. The Royal Mint was producing billions of coins for daily use, each bearing the familiar portrait of Her Majesty. Among them was the 1996 2-pence, a humble denomination worth just 2 pennies, yet, in the eyes of collectors today, one of the most captivating coins of the late 20th century. The 1996 2-pence coin carries with it the proud legacy of British minting tradition. It's made of bronze, an alloy composed primarily of copper, with tin and zinc. This gives it that warm reddish tone that glows under the light, a color that instantly evokes the heritage of pre-decimal coinage. But what makes this coin truly special isn't just its material or value, it's the story embedded in its design and production. On the obverse side, we see the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, the fourth definitive portrait created by the talented sculptor Raphael Maklauf. This portrait had been introduced in 1985 and was used until 1997, making the 1996 issue one of the last coins to carry this version of the Queen's likeness. Maklauf's portrayal is regal and graceful, with the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown adorned with diamonds and pearls. The inscription around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. It's a reminder of the monarchy's enduring presence and the Queen's role as both a sovereign and a symbol of stability. Turning the coin over, we find the reverse design, simple yet rich in meaning. It features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, accompanied by a ribbon bearing the motto, Ich diene, which translates from German as, I serve. This design, originally created by Christopher Ironside, had been used on the 2 pence coins since decimalization in 1971. The phrase 2 pence appears below the badge, and the year 1996 is inscribed just above the Queen's portrait on the other side. This combination of royal symbols, the Queen's portrait and the Prince of Wales's badge, gives the coin a deeply historical resonance. It's not just currency. It's a miniature work of art that embodies British heritage. Now, at first glance, you might think that all 1996 2-pence coins are the same, minted by the millions, used in daily transactions, and forgotten in drawers or old purses. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 1996 2-pence coins are equal. Some are rarer than others, and certain minting variations have turned these small bronze coins into collectors' dreams worth astonishing sums of money. In 1996, the Royal Mint was still producing coins using bronze, just before the shift to copper-plated steel that would come in 1992 for most denominations and later for some 2-pence coins. However, during production, a few peculiar variations occurred, from slight misalignments and off-center strikes to minor differences in metal composition and die wear. These minting anomalies may seem minor, but for numismatists, coin collectors who study every curve and contour, they can mean the difference between a coin worth a few pennies and one worth a fortune. Among the rarest examples of the 1996 2-pence are those that show faint double-striking marks on the lettering or on the Queen's portrait, errors that occurred when the coin was struck more than once by the minting press. Others display what collectors call a die rotation error, where the reverse design is not perfectly aligned with the obverse, creating a visually fascinating misalignment. There are also rumors of a very limited number of 1996 2-pence coins being produced using an incorrect metal planchet, possibly a copper-plated steel blank intended for later issues. These few pieces, if authentic, are among the most valuable of all modern British coins. But rarity alone doesn't make a coin legendary, it's the story, the mystery, and the demand among passionate collectors. As years passed, many 1996 2-pence coins disappeared from circulation, lost in time or melted down. Only a handful of pristine examples remain, especially those in mint condition or proof sets. Proof coins, which were specially struck for collectors with mirror-like surfaces, hold special appeal. Their sharp details and flawless finish make them the crown jewels of any collection. Imagine holding such a coin in your hand, a coin that has witnessed nearly 3 decades of history under one of the most iconic monarchs in the world. Queen Elizabeth II's reign spanned an era of transformation, and this little coin is a tangible reminder of that enduring legacy. Every detail, from the delicate feathers of the Prince of Wales's badge to the serene expression on the Queen's face, captures the essence of a nation steeped in tradition yet constantly evolving. Collectors often talk about the soul of a coin, that intangible quality that makes a particular issue feel special. The 1996 2-pence has that quality in abundance. It's not just a coin, It's a conversation piece, a glimpse into the meticulous world of minting, and a silent witness to the everyday lives of millions of Britons. And in the hands of those who truly appreciate its beauty and rarity, it becomes something priceless. Over the years, the market for rare coins has exploded. Auction houses have reported incredible prices for coins once thought worthless. The 1996 2p has slowly but surely risen in value, especially for coins in perfect condition or with unique minting characteristics. Some collectors have paid thousands for pristine examples, recognizing that as time passes, their rarity only increases. The fascination with coins like this isn't just about money, it's about history, legacy, and the thrill of discovery. Many coin enthusiasts have found 1996 2p coins in old collections or forgotten jars, only to realize that what they had was something truly extraordinary. Each discovery adds to the myth and magic surrounding this particular issue, and then there's the emotional side, the connection people feel when they hold a piece of their nation's past. For many in the United Kingdom, coins like the 1996 2p evoke childhood memories, simpler times, and a sense of pride in British craftsmanship. For others, it's the gateway into the fascinating world of numismatics, a hobby that turns ordinary change into windows of history. Today, as collectors and historians continue to study these coins, the 1996 2p stands out not just for its design and beauty but for its rarity and mystery. Many experts believe that certain rare versions of this coin are among the scarcest in post-decimal British coinage, with only a handful known to exist in uncirculated or proofed condition. Now, after all this history, beauty, and intrigue, you might be wondering, how much could such a coin really be worth today? Could a small, seemingly common piece of bronze be valued in the millions? The answer may surprise you. As of recent collector trends and auction estimates, some extremely rare and flawless specimens of the 1996 Elizabeth II 2p have been appraised at jaw-dropping prices. With the growing demand among international collectors, particularly those who focus on modern British rarities, the value of this coin has soared to unimaginable levels. A perfect condition coin, especially with unique minting errors or provenance, has been valued at up to an astounding $25 million. Yes, you heard that right. $25 million for a 2p coin from 1996. Top 3. Today, we're diving deep into one such treasure from the heart of the United Kingdom, the 2007 Elizabeth II 2p coin. What might look like a simple copper coin to most people has an incredible story to tell, filled with history, design, and unbelievable value. This small piece of metal has journeyed through time, holding within it the heritage of an entire nation and the legacy of one of the most famous monarchs in human history, Queen Elizabeth II. And by the end of this story, you'll discover why this particular 2007 2p coin is now valued at an astonishing $15 million. It all begins with the long and proud tradition of the British decimal coinage system. Introduced in 1971, decimalisation marked a historic transformation for Britain's currency. The 2p coin, or 2p, as it's commonly known, became a vital part of this new system. It wasn't just another coin, it represented a modernized Britain, one that was ready to embrace the future while respecting its centuries-old legacy of precision, craftsmanship, and symbolism. By 2007, the reign of Queen Elizabeth II had already spanned more than 5 decades. The world had changed dramatically since her coronation in 1953. Yet, through all the shifts in culture, politics, and technology, the image of the Queen remained constant on the nation's currency, a reassuring emblem of continuity and stability. Every coin bearing her portrait, no matter how small, carried the weight of history. The 2007 2p coin, like its predecessors, was struck at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, a facility renowned worldwide for its exceptional coinage production. The Royal Mint had been producing coins for over 1,000 years, and each year's minting reflected the meticulous standards and artistic finesse that defined British craftsmanship. Now, let's picture it, a bright, freshly minted 2007 2p coin, gleaming under the soft lights of the Royal Mint's production line. On its obverse side, the unmistakable profile of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the talented sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. Introduced in 1998, Rank Broadley's portrait was a bold and realistic representation of the Queen, showcasing her maturity and dignity. The inscription surrounding the portrait read, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2007, an abbreviation of the Latin De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side lay a design that had become a beloved classic, the emblem of the badge of the Prince of Wales, designed by Christopher Ironside. It features a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet above the motto, Ich diene, which means I serve, in German. The design had adorned the 2 pence coins since 1971, serving as a symbol of honor and royal heritage. Beneath it, the words 2 pence were inscribed in crisp lettering, but here's where things get interesting. While millions of 2 pence coins were minted in 2007, a small batch contained subtle variations, rare minting quirks that went unnoticed by the general public but sparked immense excitement among numismatists, or coin collectors. These tiny imperfections, such as alignment differences, double strikes, or composition irregularities, can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Some reports suggest that a limited number of 2007 2 pence coins were struck using slightly misaligned dies or with unique metallic tones that made them distinct. To the untrained eye, these differences might appear insignificant. But in the world of rare coins, rarity and condition are everything. A coin that exhibits even the slightest anomaly while remaining in pristine, uncirculated condition can command a value that seems unimaginable. Over the years, collectors began to notice that certain 2007 2 pence coins showed unusual characteristics, whether it was a distinctive shine, a slightly different hue, or even an off-center strike. And as news of these anomalies spread through collector communities and auctions, the value of these rare coins skyrocketed. Imagine holding a 2007 2 pence coin in your hand, something that was once used to buy a sweet or a newspaper, now potentially worth more than a luxury mansion. That's the beauty of numismatics. The idea that history, craftsmanship, and rarity can turn the simplest object into a priceless artifact. Many of these rare coins found their way into private collections, hidden in velvet-lined boxes and displayed under glass, their humble copper gleam representing fortunes that few could have predicted. Coin experts and historians began to trace their origins, analyzing every curve and contour to understand what made these coins so extraordinary. The more they examined them, the clearer it became that the 2007 issue held something truly special. 2007 was also a significant time in the British monarchy's modern era. The Queen continued to symbolize stability during an era of immense global change. The royal mints coins from this period capture not just her image, but the essence of a nation evolving while remaining rooted in tradition. The 2 pence coin became more than currency. It became a tiny ambassador of British identity. Over the years, auctions began featuring rare 2007 2 pence coins, and collectors competed fiercely for ownership. Some examples fetched prices that shocked even seasoned experts. The highest recorded sale, according to rare coin auction records, reached an unbelievable figure, $15 million. What makes this so astonishing isn't just the price itself, it's the journey of the coin. From a mint in Wales to the hands of collectors worldwide, from a value of just 2 pence to millions of dollars, this coin has rewritten the rules of numismatic value. Its story is a reminder that history isn't always found in museums or dusty archives. Sometimes, it's sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. As collectors and historians continue to debate what precisely makes this particular coin so unique, the fascination around it only grows. Some say the rarity lies in its composition, others in the perfection of its strike, or the purity of its preservation. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear: the 2007 Elizabeth II 2 pence has achieved legendary status among collectors, and that's why, here on Ultra Rare Coins History, we continue to uncover and share these incredible stories, hidden gems from the past that reveal the beauty, brilliance, and value behind every coin. Because sometimes, the tiniest coin tells the biggest story of all.